Word, homies, mama got stacks on deck and Patron on ice because I ain't dropping no coin at the gas station. You feel me, son? That's right, people. In today's video, we are talking about savings. What's up, YouTubers? It's your girl Shannon from EV and Chill, and today we are going to be talking about how much it costs to charge an electric vehicle, whether that be at a level 2 charger at your house, or perhaps you're only able to charge at a DC fast charger. We're going to talk about how much that costs. Okay, now you might remember in one of my last videos we talked about the different levels of charging, and just to recap, you know, there's like level 1 charging, which is like your basic 120 household outlet, what you'd plug your hairdryer into, or even like your iPhone to charge it. And then we have level 2 chargers. These are like your dryer outlets or even like a destination charger. And then we have DCFC, or direct current fast chargers. I just call these DC fast chargers. These are primarily what you use like when you travel, if you just want to get like a quick fill up. Personally, I like to call these quickies. But how much would it cost if you had to solely rely on DC fast chargers? So for the past month, I've charged my EV6 solely at DC fast chargers using Electrify America stations, and I've charged my Tesla Model Y using our level 2 charger at home. So let's go over those numbers. Let's see how much it costs to charge EVs for 1 month. And just for fun, let's go ahead and compare it to some typical gas or ICE vehicles. But let's hop inside because it is super hot out here. But before we jump in, if you've been following my channel for a while, you might remember when we owned the Mustang Mach-E and we had a lot of trouble charging at Electrify America stations. So much trouble that more often than not, the charging stations would just not work when we would try to charge. But I have to give props where props is due. And I have to say, EA has come a long way in just the past few months. We've actually charged the EV6 without a problem. Things at EA stations have gotten so much better that we haven't had a single issue charging there since we've owned the EV6. We simply pull up, plug in, and it works seamlessly. I mean, kind of like it was supposed to in the first place. But again, have to give props where it's due. EA stations have gotten significantly better. So way to go, Electrify America. Keep up the good work. So now let's go ahead and let's talk about the breakdown of these numbers. And we'll talk about the EV6 first. Now, in the EV6, or Green Lantern as I like to call her, we have traveled approximately 1,146 miles in this vehicle. And so we've been charging only at DC fast chargers at Electrify America stations. And those 1,146 miles cost us a grand total of $56.45. People, did you hear that? $56.45. That is insane. That is crazy to me. That is like super cheap. Like, I know some people who are spending 60 bucks at the pump for one fill up. So that sounds like a really good number to me. But it actually gets better than that, because when you think about it, when you buy an EV6 new from the dealer, you get 30 minutes of free charging for 2 years at Electrify America stations. And people, I don't think you can beat that. I don't think you can beat free. And like I like to say, if it's free, it's for me. And since I married my husband, it's free now. Okay, but back to the vehicles. Let's look at how much it costs to charge the Tesla for a month. And again, this is off our level 2 charger in our garage. And in the Model Y, we traveled approximately 1,000 miles for the month. Are you ready for this, people? Are you ready for this number? I don't think you're ready for this jelly. Okay, it costs us for the month $20.50. People, are you serious? $20.50? That is less than our weekend order at Starbucks. That is crazy. So again, the whole month for this. Are you serious? Like, you can barely buy anything with this anymore, like maybe a loaf of bread. Okay, so quick recap. To drive 2 EVs, 1,000 miles a month each, it costs a grand total of $76.95. Like, the only thing cheaper than that might be walking. And honestly, like, my running shoes cost more than $76. So I don't think it gets much cheaper than that. But you might be thinking, well, that's like really great to know, but it doesn't mean much if you don't compare it to like a gas vehicle or an ICE vehicle. So that's a great idea. Let's go ahead and let's look at those numbers too. And truthfully, I'm already cringing because gas prices are so expensive across the country. I mean, where we are in Northern Virginia, regular gas is $4.70 a gallon, premium gas is $5.44 a gallon. So what I did to find how much it would cost to own a gas vehicle for the month was I took a vehicle that was comparable in price to the EV6, and that had an MSRP of $54,000. So for this example, I'll use the BMW X3 xDrive 30i. So I mean, honestly, kind of like a base level X3, nothing super special about it, but again, it's similar in price point. And I use fueleconomy.gov for these calculations. So driving 1,500 miles in the BMW would cost a grand total of $261 for the month. Y'all, that is insane compared to the $20 for the Tesla and the $56 for the Green Lantern. That is crazy. That is a lot of money. Now, at this point, you might be thinking, like, well, of course, yeah, that's premium fuel. What would regular gas cost? Don't worry, I got those numbers for you too. So I took another comparable vehicle to the Green Lantern, and for this example, I used a Honda Pilot. Now, traveling 1,500 miles at a price point of $4.70 a gallon, that means it would cost a grand total of $246 for the month. So it is less than the BMW, but that's still pretty costly. So I don't think anyone would argue at this point that driving an EV is significantly less expensive, but again, not everyone has access to a level 2 charger for whatever reason. Maybe you don't have a garage you can install one, HOA rules, maybe you live in a high-rise apartment or a condo. But at least now we're able to see that even if you had to solely rely on a DC fast charger for whatever reason, you're able to do it. And yes, it's going to be a little bit more expensive than electricity at your house, but it is for sure going to be less expensive than paying for gasoline. Well, that's all I've got for now. Don't forget, do me a favor, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future videos. And if you've already subscribed, do me another favor and give this video a thumbs up. It helps with that whole YouTube algorithm thing. Well, that's all I've got for now. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.